Welcome to the Idiots of Randomness, Episode 7, recorded June 16th, 2020. Hello everyone, welcome to the Idiots of Randomness, where this podcast is exactly 23% organic. I'm your host, Michael McElroy. Joining me today, we got a full crowd. We have the always venerable, the Australian Chris Metrone, drinking quite
Hello, how we doing?
Drinking quite heavily today is going to be Militia Gaming.
It's been a day, boys.
A good introduction to him.
And to make sure Meta doesn't feel outnumbered by Americans, we have the other Australian, the Superior Spider, who is also a ninja today.
You should have just called him the Human Spider.
No, he's a Superior Spider.
That's
Okay,
copyrighted, Meta. That's copyrighted.
You're right.
Copyright. We
It's
don't
out of date. Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, we're gonna make. Actually, no. That's a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert from like 2001.
Oh yes.
Fucking damn it, Meta. Damn it.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the movie yet, like there's something wrong with you.
What
Not
movie
me.
were we
you.
talking about?
I had
again?
that movie on
wasn't paying
VHS. I used to watch it in my mom's minivan that had the VCR and the TV built into it on the way to frickin' Utah.
You had a minivan with a VCR? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
That is very luxurious at that time.
That was like,
I'm about to go
this is
pop
a
my
premium
VCR
shit for
out over
1998.
there.
I know.
I love my VCR.
Actually, was it made in 1998? Because that's not when the movie.
Oh, I know.
out.
Well, the car was 98. I mean, you had a
Okay.
VCR
What
player
movie? I'm
in
so
98.
confused.
When I say they had a TV as well, I'm talking about a TV that was like, 7 inches. It's like basically a tablet screen.
Wait.
I mean, that's not really bad.
Yeah,
No,
that's-
it's
yeah,
smaller
that's
than a
bad.
tablet screen. It was like a postage stamp.
It's like a Game Boy screen.
Yeah, I used to watch
Game Boy.
Spider-Man,
Pixels
used to
and all.
watch Shrek, used to watch... Actually, I also used to watch the
You
Pilot
still
version.
watch Shrek. You know Shrek
Shrek's
too
I
much.
watched-
amazing.
yes.
Shrek is amazing.
We watched, we all watched Shrek like, what, a
Me,
week
you,
ago?
and
2 weeks
Zork,
ago?
we watched it on
That was like
Discord
that
together.
was like
Yeah,
a month ago. Damn!
Shrek 2, the best sequel in the world. Changed my mind.
it is.
Back to the Future Part 2.
Thank you, Militia.
Actually, no, Empire
Spider-Man 2.
Strikes Back. And there's our
Spider-Man
Star
2
Wars reference
changed
for
my
tonight.
God dang it!
Yes!
God dang! I was hoping we were gonna do that.
No, but
that was your.
You
that
had a
was
new
on
hope?
you. That was on you that time.
Empire
You had a
Strikes
new hope that they would.
Empire Strikes Back is better than A New Hope. We've been over this. We agreed on this.
No,
It
it's
is.
never mind. My joke. Never. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just letting it go. I'm not even gonna go around it. How are we all doing tonight?
I mean, can I just address one thing? I think there was an announcement for some Star Wars thing. Was it was it like a spin-off or was it a game?
Star Wars Squadron.
Yeah.
It's a new game.
Squadron,
Oh,
right?
yeah, there's a new
Squadron.
game coming out.
Yeah,
We're
Squadron.
not-
Dude, I'm
Not talking about that.
Okay.
We're asking
Not
you
Yeah,
what
part
we're
of the
doing
topic
tonight.
We're talking about.
I don't actually know what we're doing. You just kind of asked me to come in. I don't know.
Oh well.
Oh, we didn't
Mac-
go.
well,
No, you didn't tell me
You'll
what we
find
were
out.
talking
You'll
about.
find out.
Okay.
You'll find
This
out.
is- I'm
Anyway,
gonna learn it while we do it,
no,
boys.
this
Let's
makes
go.
it,
Let's go.
this
Let's go.
makes it
Let's
so
go.
much
Let's go.
better.
Okay.
Mac,
Let's go.
tell them what we're doing.
well, first we're gonna figure out how we're all doing, and how I'm going to resist the urge to put really funny things behind you.
Also, Militia, Spider's giving you a clue.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're talking about Ed Spot's releases. Got it.
Yes, there you go. Very
There
good.
you go.
I can't wait, man.
Yeah.
The Ed
In
Spot
case anybody's
12
watching
did
this on
something.
Spotify, Spider was holding a PlayStation 4 controller.
Actually, it's the DualShock 4.
Yeah, come
I'm gonna
on.
pretend you
I
didn't say that to
nerd.
me. I don't care about the trivia.
know your PS4 controller from your PS1 controller.
Okay, whiny kids, get in your corner.
Okay. God damn
Okay.
it. Meta, how are we doing tonight?
I just
doing
didn't
well.
even know that's your name. I didn't know that was your name.
Well, that
No.
we're not finding out it's my name.
No,
You don't know what my
find out the
name is.
name because it's not on the video. Like,
Yeah,
I know, but I'm
it's a
just saying.
secret.
that's lost.
anyway.
That's lost footage.
Try
now.
again.
You know, we're gonna just skip Meta because he keeps ruining his own segment. Militia, how are we doing tonight?
Doing good. I tried CBD for the first time today. It's very nice.
CBD isn't that thing you can get like in vape pens? Like that's supposed to like be calming.
Gummy. I got gummies though. They're really good. They actually work really well, dude.
You do
I
seem
was
rather
like,
relaxed, although I'm pretty sure the alcohol has something to do with that.
Nah.
Today's podcast is brought to you by booze. God damn it.
We're going off topic.
Yes, we are. Spider.
Oh.
Spider, how are we doing today? Although I imagine you have a castle to go storm and take out a samurai at some point.
Or I'm just preparing for a wrestling match. Hey,
He's just concerned about coronavirus, so he's just like
I think that makes a good outfit to go out to do.
Oh,
like,
it's
shopping.
the human spider cosplay.
Yeah. Oh, no, actually, maybe.
Well, he's a fail. It's like
I mean,
it's the
actually-
first Spider.
I kind of got mixed up because I was actually going as a casual, but also I just had to sort of go mid costume. It just works.
All
I
right.
like it.
So I kind of want to keep. We've done enough of the small talk because that was 10 minutes of us just fucking around. So we're gonna move on to the big topic, which is the release of all the information and many trailers for the PlayStation 5.
Yes.
Militia.
I haven't watched all the trailers. Can I still be here?
Yes, you
Yes.
can.
I mean, yeah, that's up to you.
You can talk about the ones that you have seen.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But before we get into the new stuff, we gotta go over the really sad info.
Oh, God.
For now,
yeah,
the third PlayStation console, GTA 5 is being re-released again.
Dude, it's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Why?
Like, it's been
Honestly.
7 years since
And
GTA
it's still
5,
milking
and we
that?
don't have GTA 6 yet. What's the hold up?
I mean, it's like if you have that much content, wow, that's actually impressive. But honestly, I really want to see something new from the game. Like, seriously, it needs to reinvigorate the series. It's
I
not
think
obvious.
it's just that GTA 5 it still sells well.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people still play it. Like, it hasn't lost its community.
Well, the other problem
It's
is a lot of
coming
you
back
say-
too.
the problem is a
you're
lot of
saying it's
people have
on the-
money invested into GTA. I mean, how much money have people
yeah.
spent on like shark cards and whatnot? That's a
So
legitimate
you-
investment.
So in a way, you're saying you blame on the players for keeping the game alive, right?
That's the same
No,
reason.
no,
Same reason why
what
Elder
I'm
Scrolls
saying-
6 has been made.
It's a
I'm just saying, like,
vicious cycle.
they probably. I don't see exactly how you can benefit a GTA game like. Besides, like, because GTA 5, it's pretty successful still, and it still has a lot of content in
And
it.
it's still
So
coming. And
the only
community's
thing they
coming
could
back.
possibly do is just update the graphics because we
the
can
gra-
all agree that the
problem is-
graphics look out of date.
They can upgrade the
GTA
graphics
5.
all they want. The problem is the engine itself is old. It's a 7-year-old
Yeah,
game engine at
exactly.
this point. The mechanics just feel clunky.
And it
clunky
still
nowadays.
runs slow.
Yes, the load screens will still be 4 hours. I actually loaded that game onto my M.2 to try to get the load screens or load times better. It is better. It still takes forever.
What's M2?
Okay, so
It's another SSD.
so you know
that
how
was,
you
like,
have a
for,
normal
like-
SSD that has a SATA cable into the motherboard?
Yeah, dude.
So the M.2 actually plugs directly into the motherboard, so you go faster.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Now,
meta,
how are we going to discuss which games? Because I think we've
I
all
have a
talked
list.
about GTA 6.
I
so
have a list.
which game do we want to start on?
I have a list of all the basically in the order they came out in the on the release.
In the trailer.
So, and especially since Spider is a little bit pressed for time, he will not be here for the whole podcast, unfortunately.
We'll let him talk about probably the game.
The game you're gonna probably the game he looks
Specifically,
forward
he's gonna
most
play.
to is gonna be Spider-Man Miles Morales.
I'll say this. I mean, as much as I am very hyped, like for the game, chances I'm actually currently broke right now, so chances are I'm probably able to get won't be able to get the
You
console.
don't even have you don't have enough for like a PC. You only have enough to get like figurines.
Oh, okay. Getting off topic here.
I'm sorry, but like
okay,
you know, I
I'll
understand.
let you guys-
I understand you because you can't get like a PlayStation 5. You don't.
I'll
have
let you
enough
guys
money.
know right now. Yeah, as much as I want to get the console in the game right now,
Yeah,
I
but-
have to wait maybe half a decade or so, because if I have to be honest, it took me almost a decade to get a PS3 and a PS4. If I have to be honest with you.
What do you want to see in the game?
For this like new Spider-Man game, I was
Yes.
hoping to like see at least more emphasis on like Miles' journey as Spider-Man, how he managed to, how he managed to like do as a hero on his own, while like Peter do whatever he does elsewhere, like whether it's like with MJ or whatever.
What I will say, I really
just
hope
want-
this game is not a just complete rehash of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I mean,
know
it's
what you
most
mean. So,
likely
like,
not.
Yeah,
It's
not
most-
like the stories retelling like Into the Spider-Verse
like-
did.
Well, like
No,
what they
no,
did
no,
with the
I mean, from the timeline I can tell from this, chances are it could be like a year early. I mean, a year later. I mean, so chances are he probably already go through the training. It's just a matter of him like trying to operate on his own without Peter. This is
Probably.
my story after all.
I hope
I-
they don't do like what they did in the comics, honestly, because before Spider-Verse came out, it was like Miles wasn't really like in Ultimate Comics. He was like his own character, and then when they brought him into 616, I feel like they really like they kind of just made him Peter Parker, but just
Teenager.
yeah, exactly. It's like retelling the
Yeah,
same story.
I can-
But then
I can
that's why I
understand
like
that.
Spider-Verse.
I
That's
don't
why
have a
like
solid
Spider-Verse, 'cause it's
opinion on
so-
them because I've not read any of the comics. Of
I'll be completely
Miles.
honest.
If
I
I-
didn't even know Miles Morales existed until Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh,
Oh
my
no,
fucking-
I'm like, who the
did.
fuck
No,
is this
I don't
bitch?
blame you. I don't blame you.
He's not Peter Parker.
I knew of the character that he existed. I just didn't know anything about him.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, every time they make a new Spider-Man franchise, it's always Peter Parker, which actually might be interesting to see
Exactly.
something with a different
And
character.
but don't you want to see the origin story of?
I
Spider-Man?
don't need to see Uncle Ben die
how
again.
Uncle Ben got shot down. Don't you
Great
want to
power
see that again?
comes great responsibility, Mac. Remember.
Shut up!
Great power comes great franchisability.
Stupid. No, but
Fair
seriously,
enough.
I mean,
I just lost my train. I just lost my train of thought. Holy heck.
Miles Morales.
Oh yeah. If I have to be honest, I'm not really a big fan of the way how they integrate him into the main comic universe. I prefer him being his own thing, but
Exactly.
like, yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that.
Yeah, but I can see but no, I do think he's a good character of how he's introduced. Like he's like
Oh yeah.
he's a
If they
he's a new type of Spider-Man. Like after Peter Parker's basically dead. So
if they
And
do if they do keep like those elements that like made him so unique, I feel like that'd be good. Like and then still tell a fresh enough story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whatever they
Yeah.
do, it needs to not feel like a rehash. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On a side topic, speaking
no.
of Peter Parker, can he just grow the fuck up? Stop rehashing the freaking status quo. Stop making like a freaking midget
Stop
monkey ass
making
fuck.
That's what we were saying. We don't need the origin story of Peter Parker anymore. We need to just get.
Yeah.
Can we get?
When
I want to see adult Peter Parker. I want to see him
Exactly.
like a
Same.
proper,
Thank you.
fully realized Spider-Man.
Yep.
as of this moment, the only one who has achieved this part is Into the Spider-Verse and the PS4. That's so far.
if you're
Everything
gonna
else,
bring up the past, just like throw in like a reference.
Flashback.
It's
A
basically-
flashback.
You don't have to you don't have to show it to us.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like we didn't have to get like scenes of like we don't need to know Batman. We don't need to see Krypton blow up for like the 14th time.
We don't-
with
yeah,
Superman.
we don't
How many
need to
times
see the
has that,
Waynes
how many
murdered
times
in
has
the
that
alley.
happened? Because I've only seen that
Exactly.
once or twice. Like,
You don't need to see Uncle Ben die on the street again.
basically.
what
Okay.
about
No.
Thomas Wayne and
No.
Martha?
Yeah, we already.
That one was-
That's what I said.
Why did you say that name?
Parents. Okay, so but we are pretty much agree that we're looking for. Let's start a GoFundMe page to get Spider his PS5.
That's not
charity.
Yes!
That is not
Set up a-
necessary.
Let's do it.
Charity, help Superior
Yeah.
Spider
That
get
is not
his PlayStation
necessary.
5.
That is not necessary.
I will give you
I don't want you people.
$5.
I don't want you people.
$5. We already got a $5 donation from Militia. Do I hear in advance of $5?
benefits.
What do I get for
Oh
$5?
my
What's my
God.
tier reward? What's my tier reward for $5?
You get
If I
a
had to
signed.
be-
You get a signed glove from Spider.
Wait, what?
My favorite. I will smell it every day. I'll never wash it.
That's kind of creepy, actually.
Why not? Why not just get like a tattoo of
That's
Superior
even
Spider's
worse.
logo?
Right here. Right here.
I don't want to be like a glorified hog.
Anyway, okay, we're good. Okay, so that's Spider-Man Miles Morales. We need to move it on because we actually got a lot of games to cover. PS5 will bring on the 7th iteration of Gran Turismo, the ever popular racing game. Has anybody actually played that in the recent years?
I don't think I've ever played that
thought
series.
My PS4 has a
Once on
broken
the
disk
PS2.
drive. It's ejecting things randomly. So that was
I
one
did.
of the-
PS2.
I played one of the Need for Speed games.
That's not the same thing.
Yeah,
No,
they're
but that's
completely
still,
different.
It's still a racing game. Like it's still a racing game because if I ever play a racing game, it's not gonna be this. It's not gonna be a different franchise or anything like that. It's gonna be the same
I
racing game.
I agree with Meta. I don't play any other racing game other than Need for Speed.
Who are you pointing
agree
at?
with him.
Not
They
even
got an
the
8.
crew guys. No crew games. No.
I'm just pointing at the guy.
I want to say I played one of the crews. I didn't play it much.
Crew is weird.
Did anybody play Drive Club when it was on PS4?
I don't know
No.
that game.
What about Burnout?
Ah, Burnout. Not anywhere near. That was the most ridiculous game in the world, but it was great because of it.
Or that
think
one
I've
with the
seen a
ice
bit of
cream
that.
truck. What's that?
I
Sweet
don't
Tooth?
remember that.
Anyway, Gran Turismo. See, I mean, if Gran Turismo 7 holds up to its predecessors, it should be a really good game. Because where Gran Turismo always does well, they get their physics really well and nailed down. Their graphics are actually quite beautiful but for being relatively simple, because it's just basically cars. So you just need to have really high quality models of your cars and your racetracks. Militia, what do you have in your hands? I keep seeing that damn. I see those demon eyes
I don't know
pop
what you're
up.
talking.
Do you
I
have
have no
like?
idea what you're talking about. Keep going.
Do you have an
Keep
albino
going with your
Elmo?
thought. Keep going with your thought.
No, I'm pretty sure
What
you have
the
an
heck?
albino Elmo in your hands.
I do not.
What?
Come on, let's
I
see
don't
it.
know what you're talking about.
No.
Nothing here.
Let's see it.
Fine. There's nothing here. See? Just my fucking hairy legs.
You threw it away.
I don't, dude. How would I have thrown it away? You see me throw it away?
No, you
Yeah,
probably
it's-
dropped down
it's
to
under
the
the
desk
desk.
or
It's under the
something.
desk.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Let's just move on. This is getting off topic here.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
let
I mean,
people guess. Just let people guess.
Admittedly, I mean, there's not much really to talk about Gran Turismo 7, simply because it's kind of just going to be a redo of Gran Turismo 6. But, I mean, I do look
mean,
forward to the
it's
game because I do love
5-4.
racing games. Anyway, so we'll
don't-
move on. Next one, a game that is going to be... That's probably my favorite game trailer they put in the entire release, which is the new Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, yeah.
They are coming back
Yes.
with another one.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that one.
So there looks like there's
Never
a...
played it.
What?
I never played it.
Which one?
Wow,
None of
uncultured
them.
swine.
Fuck
I
you.
played any of them.
Oh, well, to be fair, I started playing Ratchet and Clank in 2015. That's when I first started playing Ratchet and Clank. I played it over at a friend's house earlier, so like probably 10 years ago. I play Ratchet and Clank 3 over at a friend's house on the PlayStation 2.
Not you, sorry. My PlayStation keeps making noises at me. All right.
Okay, on the topic of that, I used to play Ratchet and Clank during like the PS2 era. I haven't played it much since, but I've seen a lot of like YouTube videos about
That'll
it.
teach you.
And I am glad it hasn't lost its touch over the years.
The first Ratchet and Clank I played was actually the original that was released on PlayStation 2. Even then, that was a fun game to play, especially because it's really interesting. It's really fun to play no matter how old you get. So I was probably 7 the first time I played Ratchet and Clank, and now I'm 24, going to be 25 in 2 months. I see albino Elmo again.
The first Ratchet and Clank game I ever owned was on the PlayStation 3. Ratchet and Clank was a crack in time. That was my first one. Like I owned. That was the first Ratchet and Clank game I owned and beaten.
The problem I have is because I had a gap between my PlayStation 2 and my PlayStation 4. I actually skipped those games. I want to go back and play them, but
Yeah.
PS4 is not backwards compatible. They're not on the PSN network.
Yeah, I hate that.
Shall love it.
And
But I
speaking of like backwards compatibility, I'm probably thinking of like selling my PS4 for the PS5. Because well, if I could like play like PS4 titles,
Well, I
don't
think
see much of a
first,
point.
you need to make sure if the PlayStation 5 can actually read
Yeah,
PlayStation 4 discs.
I
So that way you can
It's
transfer
already-
those
it's
games
already-
over.
It's already been confirmed that.
I
It
heard
has?
a rumor
Oh,
that it's.
okay.
I've actually heard that it goes
as a matter
backwards
of fact,
compatible all the
as-
way to the original PlayStation. If that's
Yeah,
the
I
case,
think-
that'd be gorgeous.
Okay,
think-
first of all, does every single PlayStation 5 can every single one do that? Because I know there are some models of
No,
the
that's
figures-
actually the biggest thing. They have 2 PlayStation 5s coming out. One, it depends if
Oh.
you do digital download only or if you want to have a disc drive.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
disc
I'm
drive
getting
is
the
optional
disc drive,
in this one.
obviously.
I'm probably going with disc drive. Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah,
I'll pay the
same.
extra money for a
They
disc drive.
they actually like test the PS5 with this one first, so I know chances are I will get it anyway.
I won't lie. That's a pretty sick cover.
Yes,
Like-
even though
I pre-ordered it.
you know that's
Yeah, 'cause
another
I
game I haven't
think-
played yet. Is that Spider-Man game?
I haven't finished mine either.
I haven't.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Okay. I wouldn't mind actually trying out that Spider-Man game because it looks not that bad, but like, I just never had the time to like go to the shop and buy it because I just been buying other stuff. So if I get the chance, I'll charge. Like I might.
Okay, we
even
need to
trade
start a
in few
GoFundMe
games.
page for some Meta could play Spider-Man.
No, I can trade
I'll
in
only make
like
it the way,
a few of my PlayStation 4 games that I don't play anymore, like Star Wars Battlefront. I don't play that game anymore. That game's
My heart!
old.
Well, Star Wars
Oh.
Battlefront was a shitty game anyway, so
Fuck you.
it was a dumbass
Fuck
game.
you. It's amazing.
It's stupid. It was
are you-
was literally Battlefield
are
with
you-
blasters.
Okay. Let me re-clarify this. Are you referring to one during the PS2 era or the
Oh no,
EA
PS2
one?
no PS2 area was gorgeous.
Oh,
the
PS2
EA
era was much better.
the EA one
then,
sucks.
You
But I still love it because it's dumb. And that's what's
Stupid.
great and charming about it. That's the point, man. It's EA.
Okay.
I know.
Anyway, we're getting
Anyway, so
back to Ratchet and
tell
Clank.
me, Mac,
Yo.
which Ratchet and Clank game did you like the most that you've like?
Well, being that I've only
anyone you
really played two of them, I played the original one and I played the 2016 remake or rehash.
Okay, so
I
basically the
liked
first game.
2016 version. I liked that one better because the graphics were gorgeous. That was a beautiful game when I played it.
It's a remaster, right?
Well, no, it's
Yeah,
not.
they
It's not.
remastered it.
It's not a remaster.
not?
It's not a perfect remaster because a remaster would just mean that they took the exact same gameplay.
Oh wait, actually no, yeah,
They
it's a
changed the
remake,
story
like,
up.
yeah.
So it's kind of like doing Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man. Same idea,
Like a
different
soft
story.
reboot.
Yeah, but it was a beautiful game. The graphics were good. The cinematics were gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while
Also,
since.
fuck you, Captain Quark.
I don't remember when the last Ratchet and Clank game was released.
I think it was 2016.
Was it?
I thought it was 20.
I think that was the last. I don't
Okay.
think there was one after that. Anyway, so
Yeah, there isn't.
a couple things I noticed in this new one. I love the kind of the rift pull.
Dimension with like
yeah.
like traveling. Yeah,
I'm actually
like
kind
that
of impressed
idea.
how the PS. I'm actually impressed how the PS5 handled that.
Yes. Well, it has
PS5 has
a
got-
gorgeous graphics card in there.
it
Ugh.
does.
12 GB of DDR6 RAM. It's gonna be beautiful. That makes
days
it
it's
makes
like-
my 1080 and my computer look like shit. I gotta do upgrades after this.
Yeah, these days, everyone, you should just get yourself a 4K TV.
No,
Look amazing.
no. I don't have. I still
Luckily
don't have
for
$400
me-
spent on a
12K.
fucking monitor.
12K, boys. 12K.
Yes,
Luckily
but I
for
know
me-
you have a 4K TV. I've seen.
I won
the
that in a
posts.
contest. I won it in a contest.
Yeah.
You know, I had an option when I bought my TV for 4K, but being that I don't have any 4K Blu-rays, I don't have anything that plays 4K. I just recently bought a 4K Roku streaming stick, so there was no point in it. So I just bought a 1080 and saved like $200. I'm like,
I mean, I'm wondering if this Ratchet and Clank game, if they're gonna have those like segments where you play as Clank, like just
easily.
as Clank.
Every Ratchet
Oh,
play is
yeah, yeah.
There's actually a new character too. I don't think I got her name.
I don't
it's
think
a,
they've said her name.
It is
but
a
they-
female
No, they didn't, they
Lombax.
didn't.
So
Okay.
it's the same species as Ratchet,
It's Ratchet, like.
but it's a girl. And
So,
the Rule
what?
34 artists
makes
have
it
already
different.
blown
It's
up
like,
on it.
oh no, I'm not gonna make that joke. I was gonna make a joke, but I feel like somebody's gonna get pissed off if I say it.
Oh, go ahead and make the joke.
I saw-
Make the joke.
It's like the Gwen Stacy into the Spider-Verse. That's there. Like,
But it's just like, fuck this
I'm
shit.
confused.
yeah, I'm sorry,
I mean, as much as I really like Gwen Stacy as a spider character, like, goddamn, they really just get her over the top.
Okay.
No, but like, I'm wondering like if you have to like in this Ratchet and Clank game, if they're gonna have like, you know, like you're up like Ratchet's upgrading like gadgets, like he gets weapons and then he has to
Oh, yeah.
level them up, and
That's
they
always,
or get like attachments maybe to make them better.
Oh, it makes you shoot
that's
faster,
kinda-
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Ah! Loud! Sorry.
Speaking,
Are you watching the
this is-
trailer?
I pulled up. I clicked on something because I didn't remember what it was, which is actually going to be our next Project Athea.
well, before we get into that next topic,
Project Athea. Oh,
this
that
is
makes
where
fun.
I might have to like step out. I hope you guys have fun with the rest of the podcast.
Alright, fun.
Hopefully,
Alright,
Alright,
Spider,
get out!
you-
Nice, bye.
Enjoy your day.
All right, thank you,
I'll
Spider.
see you guys next time.
Hey, next time.
I just
Alright.
realized because we had Spider in there, I have to create another overlay for 4 camera. I don't have one created already. Damn it! I got to do
You
work
can,
now in Photoshop.
It's okay. You can put the fourth layer. One spider leaves just out of commission or something. Like just.
Oh no, I'm gonna just change it off so I have the 3D
Yeah,
camera.
fair enough.
It's easy.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I don't. Is this like an open world game? one?
they didn't really give us a whole lot of information.
'Cause
That all,
I did see I saw the reveal trailer for it, but I don't.
the graphics
get
on it looked
exactly what it was.
gorgeous. That looked like a beautiful world to explore. Yeah, but there really wasn't that much going on for it. Literally all the bump I have on it is Project Theater has dragons, death dogs, and super powered heroin. Oh, and
very
oh
descriptive.
no, I misread that. And a superpower heroin.
Dude,
Yes.
I would love me some superpowered heroin right about now. Just black tar.
Just, oh, fuck yeah. Holy shit, what the fuck is wrong with me? Oh, I've
all
got
good,
beat
man.
red. So yeah, I mean, there isn't a whole lot of information in this game. It
Ooh.
looks gorgeous. As they release more information, I'll definitely
This is
wanting
a
to
nice-looking
look
dog.
into it. I have something that's about to make a lot of noise. Oh no, wait, no, it's muted. Perfect.
Now I don't know which one you're talking. You're
Oh,
bringing up
this
next.
game. Okay, this game. Yeah.
So the next one's gonna be Stray.
Stray. Oh,
Stray-
the cat game.
Yeah,
Yep.
basically where you play as a cat in a world dominated by robots.
They made Cats the musical movie?
No, we don't
A
talk.
game? I mean,
Once
fuck,
again,
wow.
that we don't
Okay.
talk about that movie. That movie doesn't exist.
Okay, Militia, that was a random thing to say because that has nothing to do with the game.
I
That
heard
movie
Cats,
is locked in
I
the
don't know.
same cellar that I put the Crystal Skull. So we don't.
Oh,
talk
I thought you were gonna say.
And Jar Jar
I locked
Binks.
it in with. I thought you said I locked it in with the Cat in the Hat. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
No, Cat in the Hat was
great movie.
hilarious. I love that movie.
Yeah, I guess so.
Anyway, so Stray. I mean, I wasn't all that interested. It looks kind of like an interesting design. I'm kind of interested to see how they got robots everywhere.
I didn't mind the models of the cats, like that.
No, I mean it's beautiful, and I'm sure it'll be a very pretty game to play. But it
Yeah.
just didn't grab me when I was watching it.
No, I could say what type of game it was. Just the trailer, sort of just visually told
But-
me what it was.
Here's one thing: the cats wear backpacks.
That's
amazing.
weird. That's
That's the important thing. That was the only thing I cared about that
Yeah.
trailer. Anyway, so that one not so interested in. Kind of like Project Athea. There's isn't a whole
Yeah.
lot to talk about for that. The next one we have is Returnal. Stupid name. That's when I read that I was like, that is a stupid name. So Returnal is basically, from what I got,
It looks
it's
like a
basi-
Death Stand. Yeah, that's
It's
what it looks
live,
like.
die, and repeat. That's basically a
Ah.
video game version of that. You're stuck in a time loop. You go a little bit further each time. You got to break the time. No, wait, no, that's a different game. What am I saying?
That's Edge of Tomorrow. That's the movie.
Oh no, there's basically two movies. There's two games that do the same thing. Because this, yeah, you crash on an alien planet and you keep reliving the same events. So
Okay, so what?
yeah, I mean, I mean, it looked
I
kind of
don't
interesting.
understand. Exactly. Do they explain?
Apparently, she
when
dies
you,
a lot.
Go back in time.
Apparently, every time she dies, which is basically live, die, and repeat.
Okay, so you're Doctor Strange. You're in a time loop.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Basically. I
Alright.
mean, it's kind of an interesting design. I have to say the player model design didn't look all that good. It looked kind of flat. It almost looked like PS3
Yeah.
graphics. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
it looked a bit weird.
yeah, it wasn't. No, that looks. It didn't look great. Next one is actually the bring back of our favorite little ball of joy from the Little Big Planet, Sackboy. A Big Adventure.
Yeah.
Anybody ever actually play the Little Big Planet games?
I have
Never.
never played
Neither have I.
any of the games.
I know Sackboy comes from there, but he never interested me all that much. I had a friend who had which I realized Sackboy is more for the younger gamers, the 10-year-olds and whatnot. That's where they really their
You see,
base, but Sackboy. I mean, I do love. They did some updates on him. They gave him some frizz, so looking like a flat, just 3D model.
a little bit more detail, maybe.
Yeah, detail, and he also has a friend now.
Ah, good.
Well,
As you can tell, a lot of these games, they give us basic information and some gameplay. They didn't give us
Well,
a
no,
whole
because
lot to go off of.
The point is about these games is just officially revealing them. They're not they're not going to show us most of the gameplay because
Oh,
they're still in
course.
development. And when does the PlayStation 5 come out?
Quarter for
You mean the
2020. They haven't.
toaster?
That's the two things I wanted to see in that release event. They didn't give me. When is it going to re-release, and how much is it going to cost?
Can I bring up something?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
don't,
Go ahead.
I don't get the commercial for the PS5. Like, it was like these balls that like formed into. I
It's a
don't get
visual
it. Like,
effect. Don't you? Come on,
Okay,
you go.
so-
You love it.
I know that, but like, what does that have to do
Okay,
with a
Militia,
PS5?
in all honesty, for that entire event, every time they did a transition to a new game, they had another bullshit way to do the 3 letters or the 3 shapes. So there was like 12 of them, and it was really stupid.
This hurts me.
It hurt us too. I mean, especially for those who watched it. I've sat through all like hour and a half of it. Love it's basically like going. It's basically like going to the movies and watching all the trailers and then not watching the movie. That's what that event felt like. So we have Sackboy, a big adventure. Probably going to be a little bit of a fun party game, something you do when you have friends over. If anything,
Yeah.
good for the kids.
Are you going to bring up the Destruction All Stars?
That was next, and you brought up the same freaking list I'm looking at, aren't you, Mr. GameSpot?
I think so. Which
Mr.
website is it?
GameSpot.
No, it's
Pull up the list.
Fuck you.
Eurogamer.net.
Let me. I'm the one running this show.
I am also trying
Listen,
to make sure I'm
you.
keeping up to date.
Okay, so yeah, Destruction All Stars will be the next one, which is basically it looks
that
like,
like-
Rocket League versus like fused into a Demolition Derby.
It looks like that.
Yeah,
I would say like character animation does look pretty good.
it looks like Fortnite, if you ask me. A lot of the character design,
Yes,
Yes.
I know what you mean
the
by
kind of
that. Yeah.
cartoony, kind of bulgy thing.
I wouldn't. I
do like
wouldn't be
Multi.
surprised if they add a play of the game at the very end with the animation of the character. Play of the game.
On the subject of Fortnite, does anybody think that game's about to die?
Oh yeah.
It's on life support at this point.
Well, like I mean, well, it's had a rough year in 2020 and late 2019.
I mean, it's not interesting anymore. I mean, I think battle royales in general, they're starting to lose their steam. If I had noticed one thing in that entire series of trailers, there was not a single battle royale.
No.
May I ask, what do you guys think is going to be the next big trend when it comes to gaming? Because
I don't know.
I want to see a
'Cause I
return
haven't-
to the single player game.
yeah, honestly, I wouldn't.
Which one?
Just the single
like
player
just in
genre.
general, just in general.
Like what was it? I
Okay.
started playing Detroit
Just-
Become Human again. That is a
Dude.
gorgeous game. Super fun to play. It's fun to make the game take weird turns. I got a thing where you're interrogating an android and he shoots Connery right in the face. I'm like, I just killed one of the main characters.
Spoilers.
Actually, I gotta wonder what that was like for the actors who did that game. Like, you gotta give an actor a plot. It's like, okay, it goes from here to here and here and here. For this game, it goes here and here, but it might go there. Or if they check this source, it goes there. And the plot is so confusing for the actor, I have to imagine. Sorry, we're going off topic again. Yeah, but I want to see more single player games.
I agree.
That's
No,
'cause I have
it's-
no
it's
friends.
nice.
I mean, for single player games, I find that the less stressful games for me because I can enjoy them and I don't have any issue with them. If I'm
Also,
playing, because you see me, I play competitive games. I get so toxic and yeah.
No. I don't get toxic
Yes.
either. I definitely didn't yeet my controller. Anyway,
Two of
Melissa, we
them.
cut you off. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, it's the one thing I like. That's why I like games like Unravel or like those solo horror games. Like I've been really
Yeah,
enjoying,
you've been getting into like these horror game genres.
like
I've noticed.
I just tried The Pork and like I didn't give it a chance when it first came out, dude. It's so like it's narratively really fucked, but like it's just draws you in.
I've
just so,
seen gameplay of that. Like
it's so fucking horror.
Look,
It's so
it's
oh my god.
like those type of games. It's like an experience more than a game.
oh yeah.
Like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just
And that's what
going
makes it
through.
good.
Yeah, I mean it's good. No, it's visually, it's very good, and the attention is good.
Exactly.
I will say this:
And,
in
like,
my gameplay of Detroit Become Human, I had forgotten the simple pleasure of playing a game, get to a point, pausing, and walking away.
yeah,
Just
seriously.
nice, relaxed.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about like, oh, is the game going to disconnect me? Oh, am I going to get killed? Or just pause,
it's-
walk away for a few minutes, go
it's
do
so-
something.
Surprisingly, you have more fun when you don't play up against people.
Yes.
Exactly. It's
And actually, yeah, 'cause
less stress.
People are such assholes, aren't they?
and you
Oh,
can
yeah.
immerse yourself into the world that you're playing in. Like when I play Skyrim, as much as I want that game to die off and I want Elder Scrolls 6 already, I throw myself into that game.
There was
Never played
I actually this is something I'm probably gonna have to bring up later because there was a game that has been announced, but I'll just bring this up anyway.
No. I know where you're going, I think, but
I have always wanted to play throughout the entire game of Dark Souls.
oh yes, okay, which actually is no longer Dark Souls apparently, but we'll get to that. We're getting there.
Yeah.
All right, so
confused, but I'm just gonna be
Destruction
like,
All Stars. I mean, it looks interesting. It'll be kind of a fun party game. That'll be something meta if you and I want to play. That'll be a lot of fun, I think.
It does. It looks good. Like I will say that. Like it looks like a game that I will say this. The games they have shown us, all these reveal trailers, I'm actually down because when I first heard the PlayStation 5, I'm like, okay, it's a new PlayStation 5. It's gonna take a while for games to start kicking in.
They got a good pipeline so far.
This is a pretty solid start for some of the games they've shown off.
Now, I will say this though, when it comes to Destruction All Stars, that doesn't feel like a $60 game. I don't know if it's a game I would spend. I think a bit lower. Like a $40-$45 game. I'd pay for it.
Oh yeah. Now, well, okay, for me that's like full price in Australia is about $80.
Yeah,
and for you that's 60.
It's not worth it at that price point.
No, it's not. I think it's like for me, for Australia dollars, I would say probably either $60 or 40. Like,
see, 40 would be too cheap for us. That'd be like 35 here. I would say 45 US. That'd be that'd be
probably $60.
Do you know what I wish games would just be like I'd rather get like a game for $40 and then pay $20 for like the season pass, whatever they have. You know what I mean? Because like
buy any EA game.
You know what I think this game is gonna have though is it's probably gonna have microtransactions.
Yeah, they're just gonna be full.
Because I can see these characters having cosmetics, and that's
actually, I mean, that is one thing I'll give Fortnite when it came out. Beautiful game, fun game to play when it was new, free to play. You didn't have to buy a single thing in the game. But if you wanted to spend your money in game and support the people making it, you could. Yeah. But it wasn't. I mean,
it doesn't bother me because I'm pretty secure. Like I keep stuff to myself, and I normally just spend money on stuff that I think is worth my time. I definitely
didn't spend $20 on buying the battle pass for season 4 of Call of Duty.
I know you, of course.
Yeah, I definitely didn't do that and get Captain Price.
Sure.
Sure. But I will say that if you're a kid like playing Fortnite, you bet I'm hoping that the mother doesn't like no.
My 5-year-old nephew
the credit card just lying around.
My 5-year-old nephew plays Fortnite on his Nintendo Switch. No, not like that. But he's like he plays the game. And the skill level he gets matched up. He actually wins from time to time.
Is it skill-based matchmaking?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's Fortnite, and he's doing quads, so.
Like, it's 50-50 chance. It's like, it doesn't...
But
he
still wins from time to time. Anyway, so that's Destruction All-Stars. Let's move on. We have Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. That is yet another game that looked absolutely gorgeous.
That is a game I'm like, I actually want to play this. This looks so cool. I did like that trailer.
So did I, and that looked really good. And that's something I'll look into. Especially, I'll keep track of it as it comes out.
I like the art style.
Yes. And then, so is there anything else we want to talk about for Kenna?
No.
Well, what do you think? What stuff do you think the game's gonna have in it?
Well, I can tell you what I'm reading. Fact checking. It'll kill us.
Just go ahead. Just tell me.
Yes, platforming, discovery.
Yeah, a major role where you're hurting small, cute creatures. I don't know where I'm getting this stuff. It's like I'm photographic memory right here. No, but, I mean,
perfect game.
That's amazing.
It looks. You know what it actually reminds me of is book 2 of Legend of Korra.
Oh,
when you had to turn the dark spirits.
Wait, does look like that, yeah.
What, Militia? What?
No.
You that face. We have to know. I've already said something.
Reveal your emotions to us.
I gave up on Legend of Korra after season 2. I couldn't get past like the first 2 episodes.
Really? Wow. Okay.
No, it's nothing against the show. It just didn't.
I will say this.
It didn't have the right flow.
Yeah, book 1 was the best part of Legend of Korra. I love the pro bending series. I wanted to see more. That was cool. I wish that was an actual sport.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
By the way, there's also the reveal of Resident Evil.
No. We're not. No, we are not talking about that yet. We're doing
Why?
these in order. We're not there yet.
Oh, yes. See, on the specific website you're reading,
That is
it's
the-
in order.
Hey,
more
this
we
is,
have
this
left.
is my
Jesus
this
Christ,
is my
dude.
podcast. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
All right, fine. Just
It's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be kind of a long podcast. I'm sorry.
it's been about 45 minutes about almost.
Yeah, that's why I'm
shit,
trying to.
really?
That's why I'm pushing on. Then we have the game that actually, the first game in the list that actually looked really fucking stupid, which was Goodbye Volcano High.
I don't think I've seen that one.
What the fuck? This is
It's
like a...
dumb.
Oh,
It's
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
It's a flat two. It's like a flat 2D animation. You play as dinosaurs, which kind of it makes it feel like Barney, but not Barney. I don't know. It's just
Alright.
it doesn't feel. It looks stupid, and I didn't honestly. It felt nowhere near what I would pay for it on a PlayStation 5 game. So, nope. Goodbye Volcano High. I hope you sell at least 2 copies to get your expenses back.
I hope you go goodbye, Volcano High.
Yeah, exactly. Then we have Oddworld Soulstorm. I don't actually remember that one when I watched it. Excuse me, I got a fact check. Whoop. Oh, don't.
Oh,
shush
then
you.
there's a lot of games.
The game has been in development for years and will now release on the PS5. However, the technology has been compromised. The
God
series.
damn- God, we're not reading this verbatim. Shut up. Oh yeah, that's the one where you play like as the goblin characters. And it looks a lot like a platforming thing.
It looks like that one game. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, this looks very 2D. It looks like it has a lot of 2D sections and it's a lot of platforming.
It looks like that alien game, like the Ed's World, the Eats World, something. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Odds-
I really don't. Okay, but that one, yeah, that was another one I didn't get too interested in. Then we have Ghostwire Tokyo. No,
I'm just trying to find this.
he's just trying to find the one I'm looking at. I won't tell you. It's a
Ghostwire
secret.
Tokyo.
GameSpot.
Okay. Explain, because I haven't seen the trailer for that
Well,
one yet.
it's I don't know. It's that one. Yeah, that's yet another one that I saw and it wasn't overly interested to me. So it's just like no, it's in there. You play in Tokyo. There's ghosts. There's a wire probably
Oh,
somewhere in the
10 indie
system.
games, but- Are we gonna watch The Wire while we play?
I don't know. It's just there are a
I've
few
never
games in
seen
here
The
that
Wire.
didn't grab me at all when I was watching it. We're gonna skip few. I mean, they have things like some games that came out or that are coming out. Jet Far Shore didn't look all that interesting to me. Godfall. If anybody's interested in these games, I'm skipping over. I'm sorry. They are right. We are kind of pressed for time, and I don't want to make this a 3-hour podcast. I don't even want to make this a 2-hour podcast.
Also, we're basically just talking about the games that that actually have
a chance of being
that
coming
deserve a bit of chance because if we're skipping over some, it's because we didn't find them interesting.
big. No,
That's
yeah,
why.
yeah, exactly. Let's see.
About Little Devil Inside.
Also, thank you, Militia. Now I have the same link as Mac. Now I know
Fuck
exactly.
you! Okay.
The only difference is this one doesn't have trailers, so I can't actually see.
Yeah, so there is one game that is yet another one of those games that doesn't feel like I would buy for a PS5. It looks like it's a Steam indie game, which is Solar
Which one's
Ash.
Yeah,
It's that kind of like
does,
2D, it's kind of flat animation. I don't know what it is. When I'm looking for games for a PS5, I'm looking for that high res. I want that proper depth into the game. It's
I don't mind these games being released, but yeah, they look like an indie title.
if Solar Ash comes out on Steam, I'll play it. I'll probably play it on Steam. I don't know if I'd buy it for a PS5 though.
I don't know how much it's
I get it,
worth.
Because I got like 6 terabytes of storage space on there, 1 terabyte on the PS5. I'm gonna take up 6 terabyte space. Which actually, I cleaned my computer and I got 4 terabytes out of useless data. Turns out what had happened is I'd completely copied one of my drives into another drive, and I had 2 copies of the drive. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Delete. Anyway, Meta, here's a game you're interested in. I know you're interested in this. Hitman 3.
Yeah, Hitman 3.
You sounded like so upset to talk about it.
Wow,
First of all,
never mind.
I have never played a Hitman game in my life.
Who was big on Hitman?
I think it was Cam, maybe?
Was it Cam? Yeah, somebody we knew that was big on Hitman. I thought it was you. I'm sorry. Anyway, this is Agent 47 is coming back for the third and the final time, according to the developer. This is going to be the end of the bald man throwing shit. Actually, the last Hitman game was so buggy. It was some of the funnest shit to watch on YouTube. Like, you'd be able to throw something and like just like wig out and just like pinwheel for like 300
Like a ragdoll effect.
Yeah. And it just...
Yeah.
It was kind of like all the wonderful glitches of Skyrim, but with higher res graphics.
I love it.
Let's see. What else are we talk about? Astro's Playroom. Yeah, Astro's Playroom, yet another one of those games as for kids, kind of party game. I imagine it's supposed to take on Nintendo, which they'll fail epically at. You can't... I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Actually,
like, I wouldn't mind playing that if I had people to play with. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing with party games is that I'm not going to buy it if I don't have any people to play with. Because there's not much you can do in, like, single player in those type of games.
Actually, one interesting thing I noticed in the trailer for Astro's Playroom was one of the levels actually had the PS2 loading screen. Like, startup screen.
Oh, did it?
Yes. I saw it like, PS2! That's
pretty
all I
cool.
cared about it. It was like, nope. Other than that, it made no interest to me. Melissa, did you want to talk about Little Devil Inside?
I mean, it looks. I just kind of think it looks cool from looking at it from the images. Although they did just get slammed with people said it was a little insensitive towards certain people, but I think it looks kind of cool. Like I like the fact that it's going with like sort of a cultural sort of game with like mythical creatures in a sense. I feel like that looks really interesting.
Yeah, that is yet another game that actually looks all kind of indie level game. It definitely looks better than Soul Ash or whatever it was, Solar Ash, but I don't know. Like I said, once again, I'm picky when it comes to my console games.
I get you.
There's another NBA 2K20 or 2K series coming out. Don't know why anybody would care about that. It's gonna be the exact same as 2K20,
Well,
but with a different number.
Reveal much in it. They didn't reveal much.
That's because there's nothing to reveal. It's gonna be basketball. That's all we need
Just
to know
better
about it.
sweating effects, boys. Hell
Seriously,
yes.
that's every. Look,
Listen, if you want to play basketball, just go outside.
I've come to the realization
What's
that
outside?
they need to relate. All they need to do is release a new basketball game or new sports game once every 5 years, because the graphics need to be updated. That's fine. The interim years, just do like a DLC for the rosters.
Yep.
All you got to do, you'd save a ton of money on development. All you got to do is put the rosters and make new player models. That's all you got to do. You don't have to do the new stadiums, new courts, or anything like. Do that, you're done. So yeah, I've just gotten so tired. It's just like, because my brother does this. He buys every new sports game, all the new NFL Maddens, all the 2K, all the NBA games, all the MLB games. I'm like, what are you're wasting money on that at that point. Sorry, I went on a bit of a rant there, didn't I?
You did. It's
And we said we weren't going to talk about NBA. There we go, boys. We did it.
I didn't talk about the game itself because it just looks like another NBA game. I talked about why it's stupid.
Well, there's nothing much to talk about in that one, like.
Yeah, it wasn't much to go off of. Which brings into the dumbest game I think that was shown in this whole release, Bug Snacks.
The creators of Octodad.
That was so bad. It looks so stupid. The graphics look like it came off a PS3. The premise looks dumb. And
But
because
I
it's
think
made
it's
for
a kid's
children,
game. It's a
because
kid's
it's made
game,
for
yeah.
children, they will sell hundreds of thousands of copies.
Oh yeah.
But it's the world's dumbest looking game.
But then the parents would just look at their kids and be like, "What is this?"
What the fuck did I buy? That's what they're gonna say.
No, like
pretty
the
much.
kids are sitting down, like, "Yay!" Oh, and then in the background, just the parents going like, "What?"
The fuck is this? Did you just eat a strawberry and got strawberry hands? What the fuck is this shit? What drugs were the developers on when they came up with this?
All
for this
of
thing?
them.
All of them. Wait, is there a drug that makes things like that makes you think things are coming alive? Probably acid.
Ecstasy?
Of course.
Acid. It's a bad acid trip. It's like, oh, we got an idea for a game now.
A vat of acid.
It's like all the Doctor Strange games. I mean, all the Doctor Strange comics, pretty much. Those
could see
colors.
that.
I mean, come on, man.
I could see it.
Oh.
LSD. That's the LSD
Look what's
right
coming
there.
next, Mac.
Yeah, I know.
What's coming next.
Demon Souls. So is Demon Souls actually is that Dark Souls or is that a different game series altogether?
No, okay, no, it's
Series.
it's a different series, but it was like it's related to Dark Souls.
Because I was watching that trailer, I'm like, yes, it looks like Dark. I mean, you got the dude in the medieval armor, the big monsters. It looked like Dark Souls, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? This is a Dark Souls.
This, I think it came out. I want to say, was it 2010 Demon Souls or 2008? Like the first Demon Souls.
I honestly don't know. I didn't play it. Wasn't interested.
Yeah, well, because I think it was 2012 when Dark Souls came by.
2009.
2009. Okay.
It's Demon's Souls.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind giving this game a go because I've never played Demon Souls.
It looks interesting. I don't know if it's something I would play. Especially if I get in those loops where I go forward and I die and I have to go back to a checkpoint and then
I know for a fact
I will
feel
rage
like
at those
Cam,
games.
this is a game that Cam will love to play.
Yes,
He's into Dark Souls.
he loves Dark Souls, so I see no reason why he wouldn't like this game.
Yeah, so I think it's worth having a look for me
And
personally.
our next one is going to be the other Live Die Repeat game that's coming out, Deathloop.
Deathloop.
That actually looked more
Creative
interesting
name.
than
That's
Returnal.
it.
That looks better than Returnal.
It probably
It looked better. I think the premise is better because you're basically trying to get yourself out of the loop, but there's a rival agent that's also trying to kill you at each level. And from what I can tell, is like each time you restart before you start the loop, she kills you, and you start back at the beginning again.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be kind of interesting.
It's like a role playing game, is it?
Yes, I don't think it's role playing. I think it's just another one of the single player. Actually, I just realized something. I think 80% of the games that they showed here are all single player.
hooray.
I can't think of any one that was like necessarily competitive multiplayer, massive multiplayer.
The Demolition
good,
game,
honestly.
that's definitely going to be multiplayer. That screams multiplayer to me. To the NBA game that always has some sort of multiplayer function, although I don't know how well that works.
I don't think that those NBA does well with like online multiplayer as much. It does have it definitely does have online multiplayer. I wouldn't see why it would not.
Astro's Playroom, I figure, is going to probably have a multiplayer in it. But the rest of them, I don't see them being. Oh yeah, and Sackboy. Those ones I all see having some sort of multiplayer, but everything else looks like actually they're all going to be single player. I was right about the paradigm. I hope single player games making a return. All right, and then we'll come over to Meta's favorite game that he's going to want to talk about. Resident Evil Village.
Yeah, so from the looks of it, they're going back to like the first person perspective they did in Resident Evil 7.
I love that, dude. It's so.
I have never played a single Resident Evil game.
Oh,
What?
you should. You definitely should.
I'm not big on. I don't like horror games, so they don't interest me.
Oh,
The closest horror game
scaredy cat.
Closest to horror games I've gotten is Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th, and that's just fun to screw around with friends in.
Yeah. I mean, no. Actually, to be fair, I get more frustrated in Dead by Daylight than scared. It's like,
Yeah.
Militia, you know what I mean.
DVDs.
You know exactly what I mean.
Dead by Daylight is fun when you don't get a killer that camps the bodies or camps the hooks.
Oh, but it's so easy to do so.
Yeah. Yes.
They
yes.
should just put Pyramid Head, Silent Hill, Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They had a new update. I remember Angry Pug was talking about that.
Have they nerfed Freddy Krueger by any chance, Militia?
Again.
I heard
Yeah,
Freddy's
they did
still
again,
OP
but,
as
like,
shit.
Okay, look, okay, so I'm a Freddy main, so I can understand where your pain comes from on this. So, let me pull it back.
It's just so annoying of how he
It
works.
is. Dude, okay, so they off topic, they reworked Freddy like about a year ago, around their 3-year anniversary, and instead of putting people to sleep, like it's like a REM timer in a sense. Like you start off, you're awake, and then over time you fall asleep. Then you have to wake yourself up. But he can hit you any time now, which I think is really cool. But like I still miss old school Freddy. But like, yeah, it's like
I definitely don't.
See, I didn't play enough
Because
DVD.
the point is, like, he could when you're in a dream-like state, he can detect you. Like when he's a certain distance away from you, he can detect you across the map. And that's so annoying because you don't have time to get away from him and then try and snap yourself out because you have to stay still, but he can see you. And the moment he gets close to you, it does disappear, but it doesn't matter because he knows exactly where you are now.
I remember playing the early days of DBD when all you had to worry about was a wraith popping up out of nowhere. And
Away
ringing his
for
bell.
chainsaw and the Trapper.
Trapper.
Yeah.
Trapper was my favorite. I still like the Trapper.
I think the Trapper's still one of the good ones. Yeah.
I think
They nerfed him into the ground though, which sucks.
they do need to buff him up a little bit.
I did miss Dead by Daylight in its 2016.
If you ever want to play,
it was great in 2016. It's getting very annoying, and especially when seeing people grind along that game and get so many good perks and offerings and all that.
All I know is the game I can't believe still is running is Friday the 13th.
That game's dead.
Player connection. Player connection.
But it's just
I'm playing that game.
I mean that game was fun 3 years ago, for like a month, and then it got tired.
Yep.
It's so awful because being in the horror community as much as I am, it's so difficult to find like a good multiplayer horror game besides like Dead by Daylight. That's why everybody plays it, because it's the only one that's still constantly updated.
It's one that everyone can find.
Look
no
at Death
problem.
Garden. Look at Death Garden, Hide or Die, Last Year the Nightmare, now Last Year After Dark. It's like all these games are gone. Like nobody plays them anymore. Either they were killed
Death
off,
Garden was
or...
just similar to Dead by Daylight, so like.
Well, I mean, it was still unique in some senses though, and that's what was good.
It was, yeah.
And like I it's so frustrating trying to find the only other good game I know right now that's in that genre and community is Deceit, and that game, oh my god, dude, it's so underrated. It's such a hidden gem.
Don't remember playing that much.
I played.
Oh, yeah, you were drunk.
I was drunk off my ass when I played that with you guys. So I'm like, I remember playing it, but I don't remember anything about
Guys, I'm
playing
the monster, by the way.
I'm the bad guy. Don't worry about me, okay? I'm a good guy. I'm the monster, but I'm a good guy.
I've told you this, Militia, how I wanted to find like those co-op horror games to try
Pacify,
out.
dude. Let's do Pacify. The new DLC just came out, dude. It just came out.
That game has DLC? Because
No,
Mac
it's
also
free.
has
It's
that
free.
game as
It's
well.
free.
Do I have Pacify?
Free?
Wait,
Three of us could.
I have Pacify?
Pacify, Pacify, the game where you game baby dolls.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they came out with new DLC for it, dude.
That that game scared the shit out of me when that damn bitch caught up to me. Like, fuck you.
We'll have to do it sometime. I'll walk you boys through it. I've beat it before. It's amazing. And then the new DLC came out, so that could be even more fun.
We should give that a go. Anyway, yeah, I will say, I think there's not much different. I feel like Resident Evil 8's gonna add in, because I think it's gonna be the traditional things. You find green herbs, you find ammunition and new weapons along the way.
Batteries.
But then it's got that
And
supernatural.
no, there's no batteries in Resident Evil. You're thinking of Outlast, I think, is what you're thinking. Yeah.
Is that the one with the camera?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
Outlast is the one with the camera.
I don't know. When I watched I think I watched you meta playing that, I'm like, yeah, this feels like exactly like Resident Evil for the gameplay I watched.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, so
I think.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
But I'm interested to see what the world's gonna be like in that Resident Evil game.
Agreed.
I'm really kind of wondering what they're gonna do with Chris. I haven't played the original Resident Evil.
Chris Redfield. I know what you mean.
I'm gonna start playing them probably at some point, and like I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do with Chris, because in Res 7 he was like a good guy, but now is bad again? Like,
do you know much of the character Chris Redfield?
Not at fucking all, except for the
Because
last scene in Res 7.
I know more about him than you do. I know, like, he's in the first game. He's also in Code Veronica. That's another one. Resident Evil 6 and Resident Evil 5. Those games, if you want to look at those games, you can know much about them in those games.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know anything.
So that's Resident Evil Village. We pretty much know where that's going to be. It's just going to be an updated version of Resident Evil 7, but it's still probably going to be beautiful.
Werewolves.
Then we have Pragmata, which is more cats or holograms, apparently. Don't care about that. You get a spacesuit. Still don't care about that. Oh, yeah. Spaceman is interested in this.
Why don't you talk about the Horizon Forbidden
That
West?
is the one game I saw in that it was like really, to me, showed the potential of what the PS5 can do. The graphics they showed for that were the world they showed was beautiful. absolutely gorgeous. I want to play that game now. Which I didn't even realize I didn't even know there was a first. If there is Zero Dawn on PS4,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
am going to play that game
Yeah.
because I want to know more about this world. Because I saw that and I'm just like, fuck yeah, I want to know more about Forbidden West.
I didn't bother getting that game because I bought Breath of the Wild, which is a better game, I think. I don't know. I've never actually played.
Shut up, you Nintendo whore.
Yeah.
I would never own a Nintendo Switch. Never. I've never owned one. I'd never.
No, you did.
No,
you
we
owned
don't.
it when you were
we
playing
don't-
Mario
we,
Kart
we
with
don't
me.
talk about that. We do not talk about that.
This is why you should play with me, Mac. I won't be competitive with you.
Yeah, bullshit. You won't.
No, you don't, dude. You play games with me. You know.
Actually, the
I'm
problem.
not
No,
meta.
honestly, the problem is, it's not so much.
I don't take
Uh,
any offense to that.
It's not that that it gets competitive with. I mean, it gets competitive, but it's because we're playing a racing game. That's fine. It's the fact that how many times
Oh, well,
I have
to
played
be
that
fair,
game,
you're good at
been
racing
in
games.
first on the last turn of the fucking map, getting blue shelled or red shelled by this asshole.
A boombox.
Oh, and there's the whole house fan.
I don't hear it. It's all good.
There's a low rumble. If you guys hear a low rumble in the recording, I'm sorry. My dad has turned the whole house fan on. Actually, I just noticed my fan's been on this entire time, so there's gonna be noise anyway. Oh well.
I didn't hear it, so it's all good.
Anywho, so yes, I want to know more about Horizon. I'm going to probably get Zero Dawn and play it because it looked gorgeous, at least for Forbidden West, and I hope Zero Dawn looks as beautiful. Anyway, so that's really all the games that came out. We did skip a few because, well, let's just be honest.
I do want to talk. I think we should talk about like just the two PlayStation 5 consoles that they've shown
we're
off.
gonna start talking about hardware here. The first thing is that the disk drive has now become an option, which I don't think a lot of people are gonna go for. I don't.
Now,
think
first of all, I don't think that's I don't feel like that's necessary. I feel like because every console should have like a disk drive. Like it's
especially
it's
for
never been a thing like with consoles that you shouldn't. Like it's always been like you get the console and you get the disc, you put it into the console, you play the game. But now we're just gone to the point where digital download is now a thing for gaming.
Well, look at Steam. Like that's the
yeah. Well,
biggest marketplace
Steam
for it.
proved years ago that digital downloading games is a perfectly viable way to get your video game content. The problem is, I think a lot of people won't go for the digital download console unless it's a significant price less. Because I mean, especially like me, my PlayStation 4 is my Blu-ray player.
Yep.
That's what I watch all my Blu-rays on when I'm in my room. So losing.
But yeah, that's the thing with like the PlayStation, PlayStation 3 and 4 is that you don't necessarily need to play games on it. You can also watch movies on it.
Yeah,
So
or
like
even
it
PlayStation
gave you
2.
another option to do, and it also allowed you to play like the old generation games. Like you could, depending on which console you had.
And that was the beauty of the PlayStation series, going back all the way to PlayStation 2, which had a DVD player in it. Is that
Yeah.
you put it in that room, you don't need another box in that room to watch this content. I mean, PlayStation 1, yeah, it came out at the same time as DVDs, but it was all CD-ROM gaming, so it wasn't an issue anyway. It wasn't even a chance. And everybody still had VCRs when the PlayStation 1 came out. But when the
Still
2 came out, they put a
VCR.
DVD player. The value of that console, it grew exponentially beyond just a video game console.
Well, like,
Yes, Militia.
The PlayStation 1 is the fact that when they start doing 3D model dimensions, like
Yeah, well, that entire generation of games.
yeah.
Alicia, you look like you wanted to say something.
Oh no, you said it went up, so I was like,
Yeah. So, I mean, the fact that unless the digital download only is a substantial price number less, like if it's like $150 less than the main console, yeah, I don't think it's going to be successful. That's
Yeah.
I really
Well,
feel like
also, it also depends how much gigabytes that
I think it's
the drive has.
825 on an SSD.
why?
Like,
Like,
825
you need-
gigabytes.
Gigabytes, yes. So it doesn't have a full
okay.
terabyte. But it also has an expandable NVIDIA SSD port. So you can like plug an
Okay, so
SSD
that-
into it.
Okay, so it has that, but yeah.
So it has an
Like, it's
expandable
just-
memory, so that's good at least.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be going with the disk drive.
Yeah,
Just-
same.
Same,
like-
same.
Yeah.
Because
I don't mind. Okay, I don't mind downloading games. Like, if I need to, I do. But like, I'm one of those type of guys. I like to have a collection of like physical copies of games.
Well, Militia definitely doesn't have any physical copies of games, especially not on that bookshelf behind him. Unless those are all
Dude,
movies.
Half of Yeah, half of those are DVDs and movies, dude.
So
What are you
I
talking
see
about?
some green cases that look. I see some Xbox games in there. It looks like.
So, hold on. Let me see if I can get this correct. About that side is VHSs, a couple books, and mostly DVDs. Middle's got some Xbox 360 and PS4, and then the rest of this is Xbox.
I would call
Xbox
you.
360, Xbox
I would
One,
call you
and
old as shit for
VHS.
having VHSs, but somewhere in this house there is a closet full of records, like vinyl records.
Oh, I love records, dude.
Okay. Militia. What is that?
Yes,
Te-
Tremors.
Yeah. I gotta
Beautiful.
watch this before I
Kevin
move.
Bacon.
Before I move, I gotta watch this.
Basically, Tremors. Just picture Jaws on land.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, pretty much.
I knew the movie. Tell me, Militia, which version would you get?
I'll be honest with you. I can see the appeal of why not having a let me try again. Having a
Restart.
digital console, I feel like it offers a lot of benefits because number one, you don't have to worry about like the disc drive breaking. You don't have to worry about a lot of stuff. And I feel like being somebody who does pretty much most of his gaming on PC, it's second nature. But I'm still classic. I still bought most of my PS4 games on fucking disc. Like I like holding the disc. That's why I like on the VHS and all that.
Currently, my PlayStation 4, the disc drive is a bit busted. I still haven't fixed
This
it
one's
yet.
dying on me, as I've just discovered. It's randomly ejecting things. That's actually
Yeah.
why I unplugged it, because it kept trying to eject something out of its disk drive, even though it's empty. Um,
But yeah, no, I'd rather have a disc drive, honestly. Like I feel like just in case, like I feel like, hey, GameStop's open, I might as well go there and pick up the GTA 6. Just kidding.
The thing is for me, and this is something that went into the PlayStation 4 when it came out. It was the fact that when you put the disc in, it basically copied the 90% of the information from the disc into the hard drive. So it was just eating up space anyway. What was the point of having the disc at that point?
Well, it holds some of the basic information, and then it pulls the rest from the cloud, pretty much, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but it's just like, it just seemed like a waste of time to have the disc on the PS4. And I hope it's not. I hope that's something they fix on the PS5. The other thing I hope they fix on the goddamn PS5 is the network card. The network card on that PlayStation sucks. It's
Which one, the PlayStation 4?
My PS4, which is admittedly it's the first gen PS4, but it was a piece of garbage card when it came out. It's wireless G, which anybody who knows anything about Wi-Fi, we are now on Wi-Fi AC/AX, and wireless G is a dinosaur. So on Wi-Fi thing maxes out at 30 megabits per second. I plug an Ethernet cable in, it goes up to 250, even though it's supposed to have a gigabit port. So, Sony, put a good network card in your console. Otherwise, it will get heated.
What do you guys like? Do you guys like the design of the controllers?
The DualSense? Yes, actually,
Yeah.
that's the other big thing, is that they have killed the DualShock name. After 5 consoles, the DualShock series of controllers is dead. We're on to DualSense, which actually looks a really cool. It's supposed to have like haptic feedback in the grips. The triggers are actually active triggers, so when you pull them, they actually have resistance built into them, not just a simple spring.
The only thing I wish the controller would have a better, bit more of a better color for the buttons, like for the,
I don't
Yeah,
mind
I
it.
c- I
It
can
didn't
see
bother me when I saw that.
Is it
'Cause
still
who
got
looks-
the motion thing?
I don't
what?
know. Honestly, playing games that utilize that motion capability of the controller is stupid. The accelerometer in the controller is dumb, and I never understood why they needed it.
Every console's got something terrible about it.
Yeah.
This one just looks like a toaster.
No, it looks like a Wi-Fi router.
It does.
It looks like a Wi-Fi
kinda
router. The
does.
Xbox Series X is a mini fridge, and the Switch is a toaster. So that's the joke I've been seeing. Actually, the one thing I was really hoping to see, I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to be black or it'd be white. Just because, I mean,
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
just see
mean,
that
it
getting
looks-
dirty, or you yell and it gets spatter on it if you're close enough.
Also, why it makes it closer to like an Xbox 360 controller, like.
No, I'm not talking about the controller. I'm talking about the console itself.
The console itself.
Oh, the console, yeah,
So,
yeah.
and the controller, same problem with the controller, because I imagine it's going to be impossible to keep that controller clean. Who here has had the grungy, disgusting Xbox 360 controller that you've used that you had for years, and
which
it just
one?
got like absolutely just trashed?
No.
No.
I
Never
say
known
that,
an
and I just
Xbox
bought a new Xbox
360.
controller, and I bought a white one.
Because
Hey,
I have
Yeah,
a
I
black
trashed my white one. I
Xbox
trashed
controller,
I
but yeah.
You know, I always hear when people complain about the difference between Xbox and PlayStation controllers is the analog position. I've used both interchangeably, and honestly, it's never bugged me where the control.
Okay, here's the
analogs
thing.
are.
I will say this: that I don't mind, but when I'm playing like the 3D games, I've always liked the Xbox controller the most. But when it comes to like certain games for the play, I don't necessarily mind. It's not a huge big deal to me when I'm playing PlayStation 4 where the analog is, because I get used to it. So, it's
I
not.
said, I mean, I have both my controllers right here, and I'm kind of switching them off in my hands as we're talking. It doesn't.
Yeah.
The ergonomics is not a big deal to me, so I don't understand why people freak out about that. But yeah, I don't think white is a good color.
It's perfectly fine.
Personally, I think PlayStation should have just stuck with their classic black.
Yeah,
black,
probably.
they've had black consoles since the PS2.
I miss those days.
Oh, yeah. Anybody remember the 8 megabyte memory cards that used to come with PlayStation 2?
Yeah, I actually, I think I have a memory card still just in the corner. If you want me.
No,
I can show you it.
No.
Wait.
I think we.
You want me to show you it?
No, it's okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. I got something great for you boys.
Oh no. He has a Dreamcast memory card. Dreamcast memory card coming in.
Keep talking. Just keep going. I'll be. Hold on.
Everybody's leaving. No. What the? Okay, I gotta entertain you people on my own.
Hey guys, look how dusty this thing is.
Oh my god.
Look at it.
Okay, for the record,
Russia.
you both cannot walk away at the same time. It doesn't work for a podcast.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
No, I'm here now. It's
Complete derailing of the podcast. Militia digging through his shit. He just elbowed his spaceman helmet. The
Look
helmet's
at it.
on the ground.
Oh,
Hold on.
And he has a green bowler hat. I don't know why.
thank you for cosplay.
Oh, there's his fedora.
Found it.
Oh, he's found something. Here it comes. It's coming towards us.
Oh
Let's-
my. What is this?
That's a PlayStation 2. That's the slim one.
Oh my god, that's
Look,
brilliant.
No. Okay, so I had the full-on VCR.
Oh fuck my headset. Wait. Shut up. I can't hear you.
Yeah, Militia, you didn't see it yet, but yeah, look how dusty this thing is. Like,
Can't hear anything. Fuck.
Hold on. Oh, he's gone.
oh, you
on.
can't see.
Oh, he's back. God damn it, I gotta edit more now.
Wait. I can't hear
Hello?
anything. Sorry. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Hello.
Oh,
Hey,
yes.
we can't see you though.
Yeah, we need your camera.
Shit. I'm coming.
Ah!
Nice. Anyway, yeah, here's my dusty memory card of the PlayStation 2.
Where the hell did you guys
Yeah.
get those memory cards?
Yeah.
I had like the really big chunky ones.
I forget.
Like I said, my
been a while.
my PlayStation 2 was the full VCR. With
Oh, yeah.
the full
I
like
got
disc tray and
Sonic
everything.
Unleashed.
Sonic Unleashed
in here.
on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
That's the Wii version of Sonic Unleashed.
Does anybody remember especially with the PlayStation 2 days, you know, you put the disc in and like you prayed for it to actually load?
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, but
please.
come on. No, but you love that intro scene. And then you just zoom in.
No, the PlayStation 1 had a better one. It sounded like completely alien.
I like the PlayStation 2 one.
The PlayStation 3 and 4 just sounded like an orchestra starting up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I want a black console. If they offer the PS4 in black, I will go for the black version.
I'll probably go for black.
PS5 even?
Did I say
PlayStation
4?
5, yeah,
I meant
yeah.
PS. Sorry, 7 years of the
I wouldn't
PlayStation
mind.
4. I'm sorry.
I also wouldn't mind if they do release the controllers in black as well eventually.
Oh, they will.
Like,
They will. I mean, for as many colors you can get a PS4 or an Xbox controller in these days, they will. It's a matter of time. But I would like to see the PS5 in black because I think that's going to be more. I mean, kind of goes in the room better.
Mm.
I just realized everything I have in here is black or dark color. All my furniture, all my
fan.
shit, except for my really messy bed. Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's going to be the PS5. Any final passing remarks from the group here?
Well, I mean, I will say I'm looking forward to what the PlayStation 5 is like gonna show. Because like at first I'm like, yeah, there's a PlayStation 5 new generation. It's gonna take a while for me to probably get it because I don't know if it's going to be that interesting. This was a pretty solid start.
It's convinced me to go day one for it.
Yeah, I've got my bills to play, so.
Now I am going to save up money. I'm going to set some money aside. I'm going to do day one on it. As soon as I figure out where
I think
to get it.
me and my friend, I think we're gonna contribute to getting the PlayStation 5 together.
Yes, then you have to share it though. That's going to be a problem.
I don't care.
Actually, there's been a lot of talk I've seen online of people that say, that they're looking at the spec sheet for the PS5 and they're like, oh, well, these PC gamers spent $3,000 on their PC, and now the PS5 just come in and just fucking just destroyed it. You know what? Yeah, that's impressive. Admittedly, my PC could do the same sort of performance the PS5 could do 4 years ago.
Yeah.
You could do 8K gaming 4 years ago if you had the monitor, but nobody had the display. So it's not that impressive, to be honest. And PC will overtake it again within 3 years.
I do also want to see what the internet service is going to be like for the PlayStation 5.
Well, like I said, that's the same. That was the whole problem with the PS4 when it launched. They gimped the network cards, so it was kind of a shitty online system. The Xbox One, when it came out, much better.
Yeah, well, so let's hope the PlayStation 5 is fixed.
Yeah.
With that issue.
That is something I want. Yeah. What do you guys think of comparison so far between Xbox One or Xbox Series X and the... By the way, what the fuck is up with the Xbox naming scheme? I'm getting freaking confused.
I have not given much for it.
Like, we can only have one series of consoles that changes their name every generation. Let Nintendo do their thing. They want to change the name every time. That's up to them.
Yeah.
I want consistency in my other consoles.
And the consistency is that Xbox inconsistent. The Xbox and PlayStation, they have rivals since the early 2000s.
Well, since the PS2 and the Xbox and the original X. I have to say original Xbox since I can't say Xbox One anymore.
Xbox. Yeah.
Which played both of them. Xbox actually was a little bit better for its day. I think 360 and PS3 were pretty evenly matched. I feel
like,
may have edged it a little bit.
the Xbox 360 was slightly better than the
360 had a better
PlayStation
online
3.
community.
Yeah, definitely.
Xbox One and PS4.
PlayStation 4 was probably better than Xbox One. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I don't know about this one. We'll find out.
Tune in next time. No. But yeah, I think that's going to be all for us, unless anybody has anything further to add.
I've said everything that I needed to say.
Send us questions. We're still looking for questions. Send us questions. We need questions. Questions.
Hold on, let me send an email out.
No, not again. Yeah, but definitely send us your questions to idiotsofrandomness@gmail.com. Put questions in the subject line. Audio questions are preferred. Written questions are fine. If you're going to send us an audio question, make sure it's like less than a minute or so, and then a file size under 20 megabytes. Look forward to hear you. We want some questions. I'd love to do a question segment in here, but we don't have questions.
If we get many questions, we'll be able to.
You can literally ask us a question about anything, like whether or not we prefer a fedora or a space helmet.
You trying to say something? You want to fucking go? Go. Do
you have a sombrero back there as well?
Let's fucking do it.
Militia, do you have a sombrero back there as well?
Yes, I do. I have pretty much every hat you can think of. I have a sombrero. I have a fedora. I have a top hat. You name it, I got it.
Do you have a Stetson?
Define a Stetson. Wait, yes, I do.
You do?
Oh, okay. Anyway, fedora, of course. Anyway, that's going to be the end of us here today. Go ahead and check Meta out at youtube.com/Metrone with a 3 instead of an E. M3TRONE. And same for his Twitch, twitch.tv/Metrone. Catch out. Militia, I think I got your name wrong in the last podcast.
Huh?
I swear I got your name wrong, and I kept saying something completely different. Is it I can't... Is it gaming or gamer?
Militia, I think it was gaming, you said.
Yeah, I kept saying
Militia Gamer.
The Militia Gamer.
Militia Gamer at youtube.com/The Militia Gamer Real. All uppercase real.
Real. REAL. I would assume.
Capitals.
Big L. Okay. You got to basically yell it's, the Militia Gamer. Real!
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the militia real game.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us for this episode of the Idiots of Randomness. I'm your host, Michael McElroy, signing off for Chris Metrone and the Militia Gamer Real. Thank you very much. Catch you next time. There was the albino Elmo.
See you guys.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Guess what? I missed the part where that's my problem.
Oh, that was
good one.
that was a Spider-Man reference. I got that one.
Put that in the aftertakes.
That probably will be the outtake. Oh, fuck. Militia's already going after it.
Not sponsoring. Not sponsoring. Not sponsoring. Not sponsoring anything. Don't put that in the video.
Oh, I'm going to now.